And what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Live, Laugh, Left podcast. We're back. Gary's here too. Live, Laugh, Left.
Hello.
We got a lot to talk about today. NBA playoff update, NHL playoff preview. We're gonna be doing that today, filling out that bracket, and then NASCAR stuff. Got a couple football things as well. We'll go over those first. Of course, baseball action and a bunch of other goodies too. So, here we go. So it should be a good episode, nonetheless. We'll start off with football today. I didn't come up with any trivia, Gary. I don't know if you have any trivia.
Not that I can think of, no.
Alrighty. So we'll jump into football action. I don't have much to talk about football-wise. I mean, there was spring football action this past weekend. Gary was there. So that was good. I saw you there, Gary. Do you want to show off your signatures?
I got something from it. Yes, they are signatures. So they gave us this poster. I'm not going to show it yet. They gave us this poster. I waited in a long line. I was not going to wait in the line where the starting quarterback was because, let me be honest with you, it was already long. So I just decided I'll get the others. So I did.
God damn, that's a lot of signatures.
If you notice something very, very interesting, Michigan's not on it anymore.
What a great move. I love that so much.
I didn't even ask for them to do that. If you
It's
notice
not something you have to ask for.
Right, number 55 of Michigan State, he started it off by making an X mark, and then people down the line just started scribbling off Michigan's logo.
So based. So,
I mean, I'm supposed to. My friend's going to get me tickets to go to week 1 game. So I'll go to see what are the odds. The team that we saw, Tyler.
Gary, you know I could get you tickets. Probably.
Yeah, I know.
Probably. If you're nice enough.
But no, I had fun. They had a lot of fun stuff there. I got a pin, but it's on one of my hats somewhere that I'm not gonna go find.
You got a pin? Where'd you get a pin?
I guess they were giving it out. I guess I had to go get the pin because
I didn't know they were giving out pins. I would have tried to get one. I was there too, by the way.
Yeah, well, you work there.
True. That's why I was there.
So don't mind the other pins on here. This is my Special Olympics hat. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says...
Nope, that is blurred.
Oh, it's because of my light. Hold on. Maybe, hopefully this will work.
Night vision! Yeah! Woohoo!
Try this.
Night vision! Night vision!
Let's try this out. Alright. How about that now? Is that good?
Oh, shit. They had 4 Sparta pins and I didn't even get one? What the fuck?
It says the cat. So I got one of those. So yeah, what I want to hopefully do, and this is 100% hope, this year I want to try to get pins of the games. So I know Tyler, you know already, they do pins, Michigan State versus whoever, Michigan State versus Eastern, all that. I want to try to get pins for every game I go to.
They don't always do that. I think it's
Well,
a team specific thing, but maybe.
either way, still. Yeah, I had lots of fun. Beat my friend up. We went into overtime in a college football 26. In overtime when I had Western Michigan and he had Michigan State. So yeah, other than that, I had lots of fun.
Well, that's awesome. It was cold. Otherwise, I thought it was actually a fairly good turnout for what it was.
Fairly is a key.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. It was a fucking spring game, so there wasn't actually like any team results or anything. It's not even the same anymore. They don't even do a game. They just do the thingamajubers or whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway,
Like I sat on top where that the only, not the one that has two scoreboards, but only the one.
Oh, you sat in
I
the end
sat at
zone?
the very, very top. I sat at the very, very top for a little bit, for about 3 minutes. And I went back down because it was cold and yeah, I was getting a headache. I don't do good with nosebleeds. Just saying. And fair warning. I don't do good with nosebleeds. So.
Well, remind me never to give you a nosebleed, I guess.
Yeah, so don't punch me in the nose.
Weird fact. Did you get punched in the nose?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Say, there was a fight at the game and I didn't even see it? Anyway, the only other spring game thing that I wanted to talk about was a crazy story. At Virginia Tech's spring game, they had a guy skydive into the stadium and he missed the field and he crashed into a scoreboard.
Wait, that actually happened? I thought that was just a joke.
Nope.
Hold on, I need to look this up on YouTube.
It actually happened, and he got like stuck on the scoreboard, and he was like hanging there for a while. He got a little beat up, I think, but I think overall he was okay, and nobody else got hurt. So that's why we can laugh at it. But that was a crazy situation. I don't know if it was because of like high winds or he just timed it that terribly, but he missed, and he missed hard. So that was that. Nothing else crazy college related.
If you guys want to watch it. Speaking of which, Pittsburgh and Texas play soon.
Why do you have score updates for Pittsburgh and Texas?
I don't know.
What the
Hey, look,
fuck?
you can see the reflection of Tyler.
My friends.
But I don't know. I have just I have score updates of I have two actually score updates of the Detroit Tigers game and
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Anyway, that was it for college stuff. Now, pro stuff, there was one big thing I wanted to talk about. By the way, the draft starts tomorrow, time of this video going up. So we will cover the draft next week, NFL draft. So
no, we won't.
Yeah, we will.
Be honest. No, we won't.
Well, maybe you won't even be here anymore. So, what's your input?
Yeah, I guess we're not doing the poker chip.
Right before the draft, the Giants trading their star defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence, to the Bengals in exchange for the number 10 pick in the NFL draft. So the Giants will now get the 10th pick in the draft. The Bengals get Dexter Lawrence right after trading away Trey Hendrickson to the Bengals, or letting him go to the Bengals, at least. So there's that.
Actually, is now in Cincinnati.
Is it a good move for the Bengals? It's not a bad move. I wouldn't say it's a good move, but it's not a bad move. They needed to keep Trey Hendrickson and also bring in Dexter Lawrence. But you know what? Part of it's better than none of it. And the Giants get draft picks, which they will probably hilariously waste. So
the only time they never wasted anything was Saquon Barkley. Oh wait, they traded him to their arch rival. Yeah.
That's it for football action. Unless you have anything else, Gary.
No, nothing on my end.
So we'll jump to basketball next. Nothing college related to discuss. But of course, there is NBA playoff action going on. More specifically, Pistons action. I wanted to show this off, but before we get into game results, this was one of their new food items at the playoff games at LCA. It's a shoe.
Why is it that I want to buy
sorbet? It's called the Full Court Press Sundae with vanilla ice cream topped with red or blue pop sprinkles, and a Pistons topper, all in a shoe.
Why is it that I want to buy 2 of those and then after wash them and then wear them?
You're not the only one, my friend. I would love to wear those. They also made the change that they made a change for some of the players as far as awards go, which allowed both Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham to be eligible for NBA postseason awards, despite not hitting that 65-game mark. But they played 64 games, so they made the exception. It means Cade can win MVP again, even though he won't, because Luka will probably get it instead. Or of course, probably fucking SGA again. Oh, look at me! I get 35 free throws a game because everybody loves to touch me, and I am touch a putty.
Tyler, you must hate him so bad.
I hate him so bad.
I don't.
He's such an infuriating player.
You for it.
He's such an infuriating player. Anyway. But the Pistons, of course, getting the 1 seed, they played the Magic in the first round of the playoffs. 1 game in the books so far. It was not great, and that's putting it lightly. The Magic basically said, "Oh, you want to play in the paint? Okay, we'll kick your ass down there," and they did. No, Banchero could not be stopped until the 4th quarter. That Suggs guy was unstoppable, stole so many passes. And the Pistons just really did not have much of an answer in the paint at all, unless it was Cade Cunningham, who scored 39 points. And yet it was back to the 2023 Pistons, where Cade had 0 support. Dennis Jenkins, terrible. B-Ball Paul didn't even see the floor. And the biggest disappointment of them all, Jalen Duren, who scored 8 whole points, 8, and was complete ass the entire night. And that correlated to the Pistons losing to the Magic in the first game, 112-101. A very tough loss, and the Pistons had their chances too. They had so many times where they were getting back into the game, they'd rally back, they'd tie it, and then Orlando calls a timeout, and they're down 14 again. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? What are we doing? It just doesn't make any sense. Hopefully, that's just the Pistons being sloppy and too much rest, and Orlando coming in a little bit hotter because they had just played a couple games. And so hopefully they play tonight. So go watch it tonight. And hopefully the Pistons rebound and finally win a home playoff game, something they haven't do. Something the Pistons have not done since 2008. So please do it, and please win the fucking series. Please let it be like all the other times that Orlando has upset their first round opponent in game 1, where they go on to lose the next 4 and it doesn't even matter. That'd be great. Could you do that? Could you not be an embarrassment, please? Thank you. So that was that. I don't know. Did you watch the game, Gary?
I wish I hadn't.
Got any other thoughts to add?
I hate the Orlando Magic with a burning passion.
That is true. True and real. One thing you can't deny is Paolo Banchero.
No, I can deny him.
You know, he was so mid at Duke, and then actually turned out to be pretty
That's
good.
the main reason why I hate him.
Anyway, that was that. Other first round action. I mean, there's been. If we take a look here. We look here. There was. Cavaliers beat the Raptors in the first round game. Nuggets won. Lakers won. Really, the only team to get truly upset in the first game were the Pistons. All the other home teams won. Great. At least in the first game. At least in the first game. The Hawks did beat the Knicks in a close game, 107-106. So that series is even at a game apiece. And the Timberwolves also beat the Nuggets to even the series, 119-114. So there's that. And currently, the 76ers are beating the Celtics in game 2 of that series, 50-48. So, competitiveness. But yeah, some good stuff. Good stuff all around. What were you saying, Gary?
Just say I'll be laughing my butt off if the Knicks, get upset. I'll laugh my butt off.
It'll be really funny. The only other NBA update, I'm gonna leave that line there because we'll talk about the playoffs next week too. The only other thing is Bill Donovan, the Bulls coach, stepped down after 6 seasons as the head coach of the Bulls. He gone. He was the leading candidate to take the North Carolina job there for a little bit. He said he's still interested in coaching elsewhere. Do I blame him for wanting to leave Chicago? No, I'm not. Bad place. They share an arena with racists.
Just like the other Chicago teams other than the Cubs. Bad.
Oh, by the way, actually, no, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll say, let's do hockey last. We'll jump to NASCAR now.
Yeah, I'd rather do hockey last.
We'll jump to NASCAR.
Let's
see, I don't have anything else crazy. There we go. So Kansas happened this weekend for NASCAR. I did not get to watch any of the Cup race by virtue of Fox being blacked out by Xfinity blacking out Fox now. Awesome. So that was terrible. But I did get to watch the Xfinity race. Xfinity race was good. Very good. I mean, lap 2, there was a fucking flip. Carson Kvapil barrel rolled down the backstretch which was really weird because it wasn't like they were like it was a long slide or it wasn't anything like that. It was just like a really, really coincidental hit square in the door, lifted him in the air, and then he just tumbled. It was a pretty scary crash, honestly, especially because he didn't land on back on his tires. He landed on his roof, but they were able to get him back out there, or not get him back out on the racetrack, but get him out of the car, and he was okay after that, thankfully. But other than that, nothing else really crazy to talk about as it relates to the Xfinity series. It's alright. The Cup race was kind of crazy too. And the fact that there were no cautions for incident till 2 laps to go. Guys, I thought Kansas was supposed to be good. What the hell happened? But it's all right. I mean, it was another Denny Hamlin getting fucked over incident where he had the lead and had the race in the bag with 2 laps to go, and we finally get a caution for incident. And guess who it is? It's the Rick Ware car. The Rick Ware incidents are back in better than ever, baby. Then set up a late restart. Denny Hamlin blew the restart, and guess who won? For the 5th fucking time this season.
NASCAR is just loving Michael Jordan right now.
It is, I will say it is incredibly funny that he has won this much this season. It's really, really, really funny. I'd like to think that car is going to be taken to the R&D department though, because he literally got in the wall on the restart and then was able to just pretty much power his way around the 11 car. Like the 11 car was on like 33,000 lap old tires. It was insane. But Tyler Reddick still gets the job done, his 5th win of the season. So no new changes to the New Year's Eve Spectacular. I did forget to mention that Ty Gibbs winning last week locked him into the New Year's Eve Spectacular, so we're still at now 13 drivers in the New Year's Eve Spectacular. So that is that. Anything else you want to say about Kansas?
Get it off. Get it off the circuit. Get it off the schedule.
Well, I wouldn't
Please.
say that.
No, I would. I wouldn't. Take off Kansas. Put in Rockingham. Make everyone's life happy.
Instead, they should axe the Bristol Spring Race.
Or do 3 Bristol races being 1 dirt.
Or you just bring back the dirt.
Or you could just do 3 Bristol races.
I don't think they'd do that.
I would.
By the way, the fuck?
I guess I had a loan to pay for some reason? Okay, cool.
If a loan to pay?
Okay.
Gary, you don't even have a debit card.
I know.
You need to get one. Let's start a GoFundMe page to get Gary a debit card.
No, please. I beg of you.
Anyway, we got a Who Won Poker Chips.
Who had who last week? I totally forgot.
You're supposed to keep track of this.
I know the guest had Brad Keselowski.
Doesn't help.
Did you have Ty Gibbs? I think you had Ty Gibbs. And then I
Check.
had Alex Bowman.
Check real quick. While he's doing that, I have a couple other NASCAR news things to go over. Rockstar is doing a multi-year deal with Tyler Reddick as a sponsorship deal, so that's quite cool. Good timing
Which
for that.
Rockstar?
What?
Which Rockstar?
The energy drink?
Are you sure it's not the GTA 5?
It's not the GTA 5 developers.
Dang it.
As cool as that would be to have Tyler Reddick's car in GTA 6, it could still happen. Not saying it can't happen, but it's not. That's not part of this deal specifically. Then the other sponsorship deal I wanted to talk about. Chris Buescher found a sponsor for the Sonoma race coming up. You want to guess who it is? Liverpool FC. That's right, a professional soccer team from overseas sponsoring Chris Buescher at Sonoma. That's pretty wild. Great way to attract new fans. I will say that. But it's weird nonetheless. So that is that. Nothing else crazy NASCAR related. I'll be honest, I'm having a really hard time keeping up with NASCAR stuff. It's funny because every time I check like the internet looking for new NASCAR news, every time it's always just like some random small alt right wing fucking place that just has like the craziest fucking titles. There's one called Outkick. They're fucking weird. Funny ass titles, but weird nonetheless. Now we wait for Garry. Da, na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na.
All right, Tyler had Alex Bowman. I had Ty Gibbs, and Ann Pomeroy had Brad Keselowski. With
So
that being said,
so I think you won. I didn't win. Alex Bowman crashed last week. I might have won. Hold on.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Okay. Let's see here. So technically, Ann Pomeroy won. But between only me and you, the winner, I can finally say, for the first time this year, Garry has won the poker chip.
But technically Ann won, so you didn't win.
Yes. Yes, but between only me and you, I won. So let me have my moment. let me let me have my one and only moment.
Round of applause for Garry.
1-1. I will move my record to 0-4. And Tyler, you will finally get your one true deserving loss.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
You were perfect in fantasy last year.
That's true. No, I wasn't. I lost games. I went like 14-3.
You still got 13 wins
And
versus your 4 losses.
I'm gonna kick the league's ass again this year, baby. Are we getting
Yeah,
Jeffy? Are we getting Jeffy in that league this year? Are we getting Jeffy in?
if he wants to.
We should get Jeffy in that league.
I don't know if he would.
Anyways,
you know what?
that was
Instead of typing Kansas on here, I'm just gonna put SP.
Drew.
There. Since Ann Pomeroy came up with the thing in our podcast last week.
That's a good one. All right, before we move on to baseball, let's quickly do our poker chip predictions for this week. We have, what's this race week?
Talladega.
That's right, baby. Talladega weekend. Should be a good one. Should be chaotic. Should be fun. Down at the old Talladega. Hopefully the whole facility doesn't blow up because I have tickets for the October race. So that'd be greatly appreciated. Talladega staff and fans going to this race this weekend so that I can experience the beauty of Talladega. So, with that in mind, who do we think is going to win? Trucks are off again, so who do we think is going to win Xfinity?
Snow guy.
I'm going to unfortunately have to pick Austin Hill. It's unfortunate, but a solid pick nonetheless. Okay, now we're time for cup predictions. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Now, I dropped the poker chip. I dropped Joey. I dropped Joey Logano on his dome.
Good. Good, Garry.
And your pick will be Josh Berry. It's Talladega. You never know what can happen.
Wow. I'm fucked.
Are you sure? Because I might be fucked too.
Hey. He could finish 31st, but I could finish 32nd. You know what I'm saying?
Or you could finish 31st, and I could finish out last.
Where both those drivers mostly guaranteed to finish? In the garage, baby. There we go. Anyway.
I think they finished in the garage last week.
True. Anyway,
I'm gonna look at that right.
Let's go to baseball now. Baseball fully in action. Got a lot of
You were at
Tigers.
least a lap down. You were at least 4 laps down to 2 laps down.
You know, it's just the effort that matters. You know what I mean?
They didn't wreck, but it was the effort that counted.
You know, finishing the race is just a big enough accomplishment. You know, especially when you're a two-time champion.
Yeah, you could be Cody Ware and just not do anything wrong until the final lap.
Yeah, it could be Cody Ware and shit a tire out just to fuck over Denny Hamlin.
And then Denny Hamlin would bring Vietnam flashbacks from last year's championship 4.
That was not on the caution. That was on the pit crew, and I will stand by that. That was that was probably the worst pit call I've ever seen in a race ever. I will stand on that until I see something even stupider. And I'm not going to say that was the stupidest of all time, because you can always go stupider. I've been proven that many, many times.
Who was the stupidest, in your opinion?
There's never the stupidest. There's the current stupidest, which is Denny Hamlin's pit crew. But there's all you could. Somebody will one me up. Ryan Blaney's pit crew will probably one me up this year because they are fucking ass.
Are you sure it's just not Ryan Blaney's mustache?
That probably has a factor. I did not consider that.
My dad he saw that after Bristol, and he was looking, and he's like, "Why does this guy want to try to be the next Dale Earnhardt wannabe with a mustache like that?" And I'm like, "Good point. I don't know."
Anyway, we got Tigers action to go over. Before I get to the game results from the last week, I'll go over a couple things. Kevin McGonigal got extended. 8 years, folks. 8-year, $150 million deal. He's good through 2034. Now, here's the thing. Kevin McGonigal has been great for the Tigers so far this season, and he was great as a prospect in the minor leagues. But does this not scream 10-year, $75 million a year deal to Mel Tucker? Does this not scream giant overreaction because he's having a breakout year? I don't know. I think it's a good move. I think they needed to keep him, but that's a long deal and an not necessarily the most expensive deal. I mean, $150 million for 8 years, a little over $15 million a year, which is not like great when it comes to MLB star standards, but I like it. Just a large extension, in my opinion. The other Tigers news that happened is they confirmed that Comerica Park will be renamed following the end of this year. They did not reach an extension with the sponsors, and the stadium's now owned. Well, the naming rights are going to be going over to Fifth Third. Welcome back, Fifth Third Field the Third, baby. Because the Toledo Mud Hens already have that name. So that would be kind of funny if two of the head honcho of the organization had it too. I think that'd be funny.
Hey, we're going to the Toledo Mud Hens this year, so we could say we've been to the Fifth Third Field for both sides. Detroit and Toledo.
That is true. And while I'm on that topic, we need to set what day we're actually going to the Mud Hens so I can buy tickets.
I can look at one of the dates.
We'll talk about that at the end of the episode. I just wanted to put that in your mind.
Well, I know. I'm just looking at the schedule.
Now we'll get to some game results. The Tigers, after Tigers continued their homestand. They beat the Royals 2-1. Back-to-back nights, they beat the Royals 2-1. Then they walked off the Royals in the series finale, 10-9. Coming back, they were up 6-1. Proceeded to blow the lead, falling down 8-6. Then there was a rain delay, and then they gave up another run in the ninth, and then they scored 4 in the ninth to win the game in exciting fashion. Then the Tigers hit the road again in a 4-game series with the Red Sox. They lost the game 1 of the series, 1-0 in 10 innings. That was a terrible game. Cannot believe our offense was that bad. But then they rebounded, beating Red Sox 4-1, and then again 6-2, before losing the series finale 8-6. They had a 3-2 lead. Pitching imploded. Then they tried to come back, and AJ Hinch decided to sub in Spencer Torkelson for Colt Keith, and that's when we knew the game was over. So that was that. Currently the Tigers are playing right now as well. I don't know if we're going to be still live when they are done, but currently they are they're losing 3-1 to the Brewers in the top of the 7th. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and immediately got a double play. So that was great. And another warning track catch. 2 outs. So we'll catch up with those guys later. What was our last? I don't remember. What we were talking about. Before I let Gary take it away, I do have one general MLB related thing. There was a big bidding going on for who was going to buy the San Diego Padres. They were up for sale. Funny enough, the Pistons owner, Tom Gores, was actually in the running to buy the Padres, and I firmly believe had he bought the Padres, he would have worked on moving the Pistons out to San Diego to capitalize on the California market. I can assure you that was his intention. Unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, for the rest of the world, that did not happen, as he lost to the owner of Chelsea, another European soccer team, who was paying nearly $4 billion to buy the San Diego Padres. Pretty cool. Maybe they'll do some cross-promotion stuff for that too. But anyways, that's all I had for baseball stuff. I will let Gary... No, wait. I bought tickets, guys. So I will confirm now. We are going... Folks, I will be going to see a couple baseball games in July. Some new MLB stadiums. I think I've talked about this before, but I actually firmly purchased the tickets last night. We're going to see the Brewers Stadium on July 17th. And then we're going to see the Tigers play Cubs at Wrigley on July 20th. As part of a trip that we will discuss in more later. I got upper deck for both of them. I think total, I bought there's 4 tickets for each game. I think comes out to $90-something for both games, which isn't terrible. The Wrigley ones were expensive, and I didn't know that the outfield at Wrigley is all general admission seating. I was like, fuck no, I don't want that. So I got upper deck behind home plate, not obstructed by a pole, which is harder to do than it sounds, because it's an old ass stadium. But I did find one, $52 a piece. Really not bad. I'll take it. Then the Brewers ones were $30-something a piece. Again, great view. We can walk around. Not bad at all. So we did axe. We were also going to see the Timber Rattlers Stadium on the same trip. We decided to axe that, so we're not doing that anymore, which sucks, but it's okay. it was between acting that one and the Brewers game, and I thought, well, the Brewers have a roof, so it's at least one guaranteed game if I pick that one. So we'll pick that
You going with your family?
one. No. Again, we'll discuss the trip a little more later. Anyway, I'll let Garry take it over for the rest of baseball action.
It was a sad day for Lugnut fans. First we had to do a doubleheader
What the
because
fuck?
I worked.
Sorry, the Tigers just made a stupid ass error. They did 2 days in a row, folks. They got a guy trapped. And then they threw the ball away, allowing him to steal third.
But we had to do a doubleheader. I actually worked the day it rained. I'm not even kidding. On that day, it was Greek night.
Oh, jeez.
And Thirsty Thursday.
Ugh.
One thing doesn't go with the other.
Oh, no, they go together.
It just doesn't go well with me.
No, it doesn't go. They don't go well with Garry, but they go together.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't hate people that are in frats or sororities. I don't. Have your fun. I don't care. It's the fact when they get drunk. That's what's on my mind. But anyways, it rained out. Which was funny because the rain immediately stopped right after the game was called and the sun came out.
That's wild.
The main reason why was they canceled it. The outfield wasn't draining the water.
Ooh, that's fun. Probably because we've gotten so much rain that all the reservoirs are overflowing.
Yep. That hurts. But, anyways, you want to know what hurts more? Lansing losing the doubleheader to West Michigan. You want to know what also hurts more? The next day, losing to West Michigan again, but this time 9-5. You want to know what's even more worse? This one hurts. I went to the game on April 19th.
You did. I saw him
I made
there.
sure to
I
log
was there
it.
too.
I made sure to log it.
Yay! Yay! I logged it too. I was there.
You wanna know how I knew the Lugnuts were gonna lose? After a grand slam in the second inning by the Whitecaps. The final was 12-4. The Lugnuts legit in a 6-game series got swept by the Whitecaps. I get it. The Whitecaps they were the world champions last year. I get it. But this is a rivalry, Lugnuts. You were here longer than they were. You should be dominating them, not losing. You won 3 championships. They've only won now 3.
So the same amount?
Please. They used to have 2, but then when they won last year, they had 3. What I'm trying to say is they're catching up to us, and we've been here longer. And our last playoff was 2018 with Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
I remember that. No, I don't. I don't remember that at all.
They are currently playing right now. They are currently playing Quad City, and they are currently, if I am looking here, so when I went off this a couple seconds ago, The score was 3-2 Quad City. It is currently the bottom of the six. Lansing leads at 7-3. You're telling me you couldn't do this against West Michigan?
Apparently not.
And let me say this before. Quad City needs to fix their scoreboard on Valley Live. Because let me tell you something. I don't think... Okay, now they just fixed it. I don't think Casey Yamauchi is a pitcher. He is a shortstop. Why did it show him pitching 69 pitches?
Nice.
That, and also at the beginning of the game, it was Quad City versus Wisconsin.
Hey, that was the game we were
And
going to go see.
And I guess, Rodney Green Jr. is now on the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers since, that's what it showed.
True.
He's not. But anyways, yeah, they're winning now 7-3. One man on. But yeah, I'm sure it won't be done by the time we're done with this, so we will let you know the finish of the game next week.
Hello? I think you missed
Oh,
one.
sorry. I forgot the MSU. I'm sorry. My bad.
They are
So,
forgettable, I know.
MSU. Especially in baseball. What? Sorry. So, we stopped last time, and it was like the 9th or 10th inning last week. And MSU was tied 9-9. Oakland. Yeah, Oakland won 11-9. We tend to not think about that. But then we go to Washington. Let me tell you, I had to stay up for these just to see the finals, just to get these. So
you didn't have to stay,
watch
Gary. You know that the scores are viewable after the next day. You didn't have to stay up.
I would have forgotten.
Also, according to the times that you sent the messages for some of these, you did not stay up to see most of the series.
Did you not see the 2:07 a.m.?
That was one of the three. I see 8:28 a.m., 2:07 a.m., and then 9:22 a.m.
Yeah. Honestly, let's be honest here. I fell asleep halfway through the game. It was 10 o'clock before the game ending, and I just said. But anyways,
I don't blame you.
The 2:07 one was actually like I stayed up for just to make sure I got it. But the game was MSU winning the series. The first game was 6-4 against Washington. Then the second game was 13-8 against Washington. And the last one we lost 8-5. So we won the 2-1 series against Washington. Our next game is I think Notre Dame on the Big Ten Network, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, they're playing Notre Dame tonight, actually. Will I be there? Hell no.
The time we're recording, the time this will go up, yes, they're playing tonight.
Hell no, I ain't going to play. I'm going tonight.
I actually need to double check because I want to watch that game.
Well, the Pistons will be on about the same time, so I think you're gonna want to.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, that's it for MSU.
That's it for baseball stuff too. We don't really have much else to go over with that. MSU season is wrapping up soon, so only a couple more weeks to cover them. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, I don't know. The only one left we have then is hockey.
Get my stress ball.
Fortunately, nothing for MSU. Because their season's done. I do have one NCAA hockey thing though. There was a massive storm that came through Michigan late last week. Mostly hit the southern part of the state. So where we're at, we didn't really get a whole lot of it. We did get some strong storms and whatnot, but it wasn't like what came down south.
You remember
Especially
when Tyler said that we wouldn't be able, that the power might be out in my area when we're
I said you
podcast
weren't.
recording?
I said you wouldn't lose
Yeah, and
power.
he said he wouldn't. I wouldn't lose power. Yeah, I didn't lose power. He's correct,
That's
but
right,
that was
baby.
the day where it came and could have. But
There was one casualty though. It was not a human casualty, thankfully. It was a building casualty. Michigan's hockey arena. The roof completely blew off. Yep, Yost Arena, over 100 years old now. The roof just completely blew off. Not completely blew off, but it was severely damaged. There was like reports of people that live near the stadium, and they were saying how like part of the roof like flew and just landed in their yard, which is insane. Absolutely insane. I would freak the fuck out if a piece of a hockey
I wouldn't.
arena flew into my yard.
I wouldn't. I'd pick that thing up and take it inside and use it as a memorabilia, and wouldn't tell anybody I have it until the cops come knocking on my door.
Fair point. Fair point. Obviously it'll get repaired. Would you expect anything else? The stadium had last been renovated back in 2012, so it's kind of surprising that the roof had suffered that much damage. None of the other arenas were damaged, and nothing else was really damaged like that anywhere else. So, pretty interesting stuff. That's all the NCAA stuff that I have. Fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. Do we really want to talk about the Red Wings again? Oh my god.
We don't have to.
No, we
don't have
do.
to.
No, we do. I'm legally obligated to. The Red Wings had one more game to end off their season. It was in Florida, taking on the Panthers. And they went out. I like to say, they went out with a bang, with a big win. They finally showed their potential. Great momentum for next season. Nope. They lost 8-1. 8-1 in a hockey game. 8-1.
Say it again, Tyler.
Are we
Say it one more
fucking
time.
serious? 8-1? What are we doing? Just an epitome of the Red Wings season as a whole.
At least we're not Chicago.
They played so scared. They played so dumb. They played so cocky. And it bit them in the ass. They were in the playoffs comfortably every single month of the year for the season until March. Again. For the 4th straight year. They have some. I mean, at this point, it's just going to be a whole fucking blow it up and start over. They don't have any other options. What are they supposed to do? I wouldn't be surprised if we see some big firings, some big changes in the organization, coaching, GM, something. Maybe they'll bring up Augustine. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he won't. He probably won't. I'm like fucking Porter my town. Couldn't win a fucking regional final with him, but he's gonna go out and win a fucking Stanley Cup with Philly now.
Who knows? Maybe they fire Yzerman, even though I say that, yet there's a Yzerman rookie card on my wall. I'm not even joking. There's a Steve Yzerman rookie card on my wall. Anyways, and we could get Hedrick Zetterberg as our GM.
I don't know.
I love Zetterberg.
I made a rant on the Red Wings season. If you want more in-depth ramblings of me talking about it. I mean, it's been the same shit for months now, right? I mean, there were so many, even before March, there were so many games that they blew. So many games where they were up late and they blew the lead and they end up going to overtime. Even if they win in overtime, they still lost a point. But then it was coming to, they were losing in overtime. They would make these incredible rallies but blow it at the last second. Dumb penalties, terrible goaltending, ineffective offense. I mean, when they won games this year, they had a terrible goal differential because when they were winning games, they were winning in like overtime or they were winning by like 1 goal. When they lost, they were losing by at least 5. At least 5. And which is insane. It was just not a recipe for success. And I just don't understand how year after year after year after year, things just happen and they just happen the same way. I swear to fucking God, I'm living in Groundhog Day. I don't know what else to say. See, that rhymed. But, yeah, the Red Wings go out on a whimper. Boo fucking who. Anyway, and then so that's the Red Wings season in a nutshell. Thank fuck we don't have to talk about them anymore until next season. Thank God. Anyway, for NHL, we can do playoffs now if we want, or do you want to do ECHL real quick, Gary?
I'd rather do ECHL at the end. Please.
All right, so we're gonna do. So I know that the playoffs have already started for the NHL. I know they did. Okay, shut up. But we're gonna go over the bracket. Nobody's been eliminated yet. It's just been some games have been going on. So we'll go over that now. That's a terrible bracket. What the fuck? God, I love when CBS spams me with 50 days worth of notifications just because I open their app.
I got it. I'll say it, okay?
Okay.
I'll say it through the
okay.
So for the left.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What?
Well, we should probably say what the results are of the so far.
Go ahead.
Already started.
So
when did they start? Hold on. When did they start?
They already started.
No, but like when did the playoffs start? Was it Friday? Was it really Friday? No. It was Saturday. Okay, I got it.
Okay. So this was before. We'll say who's all in, and then I'll tell you who won them, and all that.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah.
Let me type in ESPN real quick to get the scores up. Okay, come on. So right now, actually, there's a game going on, but I won't talk about that right now. Because I have to get NHL up. Scores. Now that we got the scores up, okay. Here's who's all in on Eastern? Eastern side, I think. I don't know. But we have, I think it's the East. There's this side and this side that they have. I don't know which side it is. But anyways,
Probably East and West.
um, yeah, probably. Anyways, here are the two wild cards for each side. You have wild card number one being the Utah Mammoth and LA Kings. For the other side, for wild card one, you have the Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins. Hate that they're in there because you have the rat in there. Anyways, so with that being said, you have the Colorado Avalanche winning. Jesus, their side. That's what it's called. Okay. You have the Central Division being Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota getting the 1, 2, and 3, and LA will get to face Colorado. For that one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Maybe that is what I wanted. All right, for game ones of those, the Colorado Avalanche leads the series against the Kings so far, 1-0, and then that's the only thing that's happened on that side. And then the Stars have beaten the Wild, and the Wild have beaten the Stars. So it's a 1-1 series going in. And they play next tomorrow. The time we're recording this, it's Wednesday, so anyways. In the Pacific, you got, other than the Utah Mammoth, you got the Vegas Golden Knights, the Edmonton Oilers, because guess what? They're going to make it to the finals, and then they're going to choke. Because they always do. And then the Anaheim Ducks. How are the Anaheim Ducks doing this? You don't. But, with that being said, the Mammoth are losing the series right now 1-0. And then the Oilers are leading the series against the Ducks 1-0. That's for that side. For the other side, here are the teams in the Atlantic. You have the Buffalo Sabres, which they get the top seed, and I'm surprised they are, because they were the other team that didn't have the playoff. They had the playoff drought, just like the Red Wings. Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens, who I think are stupid and they should not be a part of an NHL team anymore. But I can't say anything about that. Anyways, Buffalo is leading the series right now, but in this game, they are playing the Boston Bruins, and they are down 1-0 against the Bruins in the second period with 12:22 left. In the Lightning versus Canadiens, Montreal leads it on the second period, 1-1. And then you got Carolina versus the Ottawa Senators. Carolina leads that series 2-0. This one, I think, this one's going to be the big one right here. Just think, you have Michigan State and Michigan, they hate each other, right? Right? Yeah. Now, take that, but into pro sports. Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Philadelphia Flyers. and they will face each other. The Battle of Pennsylvania. And right now, Philly are 2 games away of eliminating them. So,
Which is insane. Oh, wait, what the fuck? I
yeah.
have it pulled up here. Oh, fuck. Why is the NHL website so good?
Anyways, so who do you have for Colorado and LA?
Yeah, so Colorado already up 1-0. I am going to take Colorado to win this. I don't think the Kings really deserve to be in the playoffs as it is. I think the Western Conference was shit this year, but I'm taking the Avalanche to win.
Me too. I'm going to take the Avalanche. But by the way, real quick, we're going to go by conferences. So we'll just, continue going next to the next, unless you want to go week by week.
Well, no, we're going to go round by round. So first we'll do first round, then second round, just like how we always do it for playoffs.
All right. Okay. So we just got to remember you picked Avalanche too. So we both picked it.
Okay.
Now Stars versus Wild.
I'm actually going to take the Wild here. I think they're a really hot team. Stealing one on the road. I like their chances.
Nice. I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars. I don't hate the Dallas Stars. I just think that the only team that could give the Avalanche a shot are the Dallas Stars.
Fair point.
Only team.
That is a fair point.
Vegas and Utah. Utah for the first time coming into a playoff.
Yeah, in their inaugural season making the playoffs. I think they're going to pull what the Golden Knights did in 2018 and go to the Cup Finals. No, I don't. I think the Golden Knights are winning this one.
It's so weird how Arizona got moved to Utah and now they're making the playoffs. What are the odds?
I think it just shows the incompetency of the Arizona organization.
I'm going to go with the Utah Mammoth.
I think it'd be really funny. I think it'd be really cool and really funny if they won.
In their first season with a team name, because they were called the Utah Hockey Club at one point. But now they're called the Utah Mammoth. So, and then we got the Chokers versus the Anaheim Ducks.
I am going to take Edmonton to win this one. I don't think it'd be cool if they won. I would like to see somebody else win. But I think they are going to win this one.
I'm going to have to say the Chokers will win. So, yeah. So now, we go on to the Eastern Conference.
Buffalo, Boston. I'm taking Buffalo. Because I hate Boston, but also I think it'd be really cool to see Buffalo win.
Yeah. I really think so too. The team I'm not going to name off versus the Tampa Bay Lightning.
I'm going to take... fuck it. I'll take Montreal.
I'm taking Tampa.
I'll take Montreal there.
I'm taking Tampa. I'll always take Tampa over anybody.
Okay.
Now, the Hurricanes versus the Senators. Let me be honest with you. The Carolina Hurricanes are a really good organization. They've just gotten lucky the past couple years. I mean, now this is their opportunity. So,
yeah, I'm going to take Carolina to win this series because I don't think Ottawa deserved a playoff spot to begin with. The Red Wings choked.
Yeah. To be honest, that should say Red Wings if we didn't choke. If we didn't choke, that would say Red Wings right now.
Yep. And that's the most disappointing part of my entire life.
Heck, or we could have played the Penguins if we did very well. We could have just Flyers could have went over against the Hurricanes, and we could have been against the Penguins. Then my brother-in-law and I could, argue about who's better because he's a Penguins fan. I'm a Red Wings fan. We have bitter arguments.
Ew.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, they will face the Flyers.
I'm taking Philly because I don't like Pittsburgh. I don't like Philly either. I'd rather both these teams lose. But Philly's already looked very dominant in this first round, so I'm going to take them.
I hate doing this. Ever since we lost our spot last year because the guy that coached the Flyers took his goalie out and the Capitals scored the goal to make us lose our playoff spot. Ever since that day, I never liked the Flyers. I'm going with the Penguins. All right, round 2. We both had the Avalanche, but you had the Wild, and I had the Stars. So who do you think is going to win between the Avalanche and the Wild?
I'm going to take the Wild.
That's a wild statement.
I know.
That's a wild statement.
I know.
And like I said before, like I said before, the Stars are the only team in this conference that can stop the Avalanche. So I'm going with the Dallas Stars. I don't hate the Colorado Avalanche. I should. I mean, look at South Park. They've ruined the Detroit Red Wings name. I mean, look at the episode. If you don't know what the episode is, look up Detroit Red Wings episode. I'm not bringing it up on South Park. So, anyways, I think you had the Golden Knights. Was that right?
Yep, I took Vegas and then Edmonton. You took
Okay,
Utah versus Edmonton. I'm picking Vegas.
So you have in the Western Conference Finals, you have the Wild, which is a wild statement, versus the Golden Knights. For me, I hate saying this, but Edmonton's gonna win. I don't know. I would say the Mammoth, but let's be honest here. Mammoth would get destroyed in a heartbeat. I hate saying it, but that's just how it is. All right.
Who knows?
Eastern Conference. You got Sabres and Canadians. I got Sabres and Lightning.
I'm taking the Sabres.
Same here. I'm taking the Sabres.
Easy choice.
Sabres are just a great team. Great team.
Oh yeah.
Now, I think you picked the Hurricanes and Flyers, and I picked the Hurricanes and Penguins. I think we already know.
I'm taking Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, yeah. This is the part where we agree on stuff.
Yeah, we were pretty symbolic in our thoughts on the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference were a little different, but the Eastern Conference.
So now for the Eastern Conference Finals, you have the Buffalo Sabres and Hurricanes, and I also have the Sabres and Hurricanes. Okay.
Well, yeah, I have Wild versus Golden Knights in the Western Conference Finals, and I'm gonna take. I'm taking the Wild. Screw it.
I mean, their ECHL team got officially yoinked, which we will talk about in a little bit because I meant to put that up, but I didn't. I'm going to go with Edmonton. Edmonton's going to make it to another Stanley Cup. All right, in the Eastern Conference, we have a battle of the one seeds. Hurricanes, Sabres.
I'm going to take. This is going to be a good series, in my opinion. I'm actually going to take the Hurricanes.
This one is going to go to 7 games. I'm calling it. This is going to go to 7 games. I'm going to take the Buffalo Sabres. Like I said, the Hurricanes get unlucky every single time. I don't think this time is their time. I just don't. So with that being said, you have, which is a wild thing. You have the Wild in the finals, and you have the Hurricanes. That's weird. What do you got?
I'm going to take the Hurricanes. I think regardless of who makes the EU conference, regardless of who makes it out of the Eastern Conference, I think the Eastern Conference will win the Stanley Cup. The Western Conference has been complete ass this year. I said that earlier. And so I think the Eastern Conference is going to win unless whoever makes it gets incredibly injured along the way.
I said it earlier. Edmonton Oilers always choke when it comes down to it. This game is going to be another 7-game fight. Do I go with a team that has not made the playoffs in so long and now has a 1 seed? Or do I go with a team that has choked multiple times? Let the choke of no Canada championships continue. Buffalo, keep it in America. Keep it in the United States of America, baby. Keep it here.
I don't think it'll be a Canadian team. Unless I guess if the Canadians make the finals, but I don't think that'll happen. I think the Canada curse is perfectly safe. Because it won't be the Maple Leafs.
It's so funny. The last regular season game that the LA Kings had was against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if you look up on their Twitter, it says, if you guys want to know the score of today's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, look up the last time the Maple Leafs won a Stanley Cup. The score was 6-7. I hate you so much.
So that's our Stanley Cup playoff predictions.
Let's go to more disappointment. Shall we, Tyler?
We'll see how we are with our Stanley Cup playoff predictions. But for our last topic of the episode, I will let Garry take it away. As I watch the Tigers get their ass kicked, score update, it is... the Brewers are opening it up wide. It is now 12-1 in the top of the 8th. The pitching has completely imploded. This game is pretty much over. But, Garry, take it away.
For the Lugnuts update, by the way, let me just say, the score is currently 12-3 Lugnuts. So, they are doing well as well. So I can actually exit this off because I know for a fact Quad City ain't coming back. And if they do, I will be very upset. Anyways.
Don't say that.
Anyways. Flint got eliminated this past week. So they're done. Right now, Muskegon is the Muskegon Lumberjacks are the only team right now that I follow that are currently not out of the playoffs. You see how I said the only team I follow that are out of the playoffs? All of that going to Toledo. For what, Kalamazoo? For what?
For the fun.
Let's read this off.
For the chairs, Scary. For the chairs.
Let's read this off. Basically, the K-Wings had to win the rest of their road games. They had to win against Fort Wayne. They had to win against, and then 2 against the Cyclones. Let me tell you, the first game against the Cyclones was the most scariest time. If Tyler, if you can remember my face in the Toledo game, you know what I was thinking in this game. Because
you look like you're about to have a heart attack.
With 14.6 seconds left, Kalamazoo scores and wins against Cincinnati 5-4 and keeps their playoff hopes alive. Now they were 1 point back from the final playoff spot, which is Indy. The next day, Kalamazoo wins against the Cyclones again, but this time winning 4-1, that giving the Cyclones the boot. And I sent a picture to my friends, and I said, "Don't you love when the Cincinnati Cyclones choke?" Why did I say that?
Yeah, I don't know why you said that. I think you were just fucking yourself over at that point.
Probably because I just ate Cincinnati with a burning passion. Anyways, we need to fire our coach. You're probably going to think, oh, I'm sexist because our coach is a female.
That's wild that you said
that. She does not know anything she's doing. Okay. Lemieux got hit in the baby makers. I'm not even kidding. Our goalie, our good goalie, got hit there. And what does she do? Not take him out. No, just keep him in. Keep him in, he'll be fine. Yeah, you don't know what it feels like to get hit in the nutsack by a puck. Do you want me to show you what it? Do you want me to show you how it feels in your face? The puck. The puck. The puck. The puck. Anyways, after that win, cut it.
Oh no, we're not getting that. Holy shit! I was completely zoned out. You want to know how it feels on your face? Oh my god!
Kalamazoo
that's funny.
lose to Fort Wayne, and they do not make the playoffs. So my jersey has to be put somewhere until October. Now, I do want to do this. Next year, or next season, I should say, because this is the year. This next season will be final season at Wings Event Center. I'm going to say something very, very thoughtful. So hear me out.
That's funny.
the Wings event, Tyler, goddamn you. The Wings Event Center has been the greatest place to go. I mean, if you want to see old hockey arena,
It's not that
go to the
old.
Wings.
Not that old.
It's about to be 54 years old.
I know. The thing with the Wings Event Center, it's gonna be a great thing that it's, going out with a bang, everything like that. But it's the Wings Event Center is the kind of old that's just old. It's not classic. It's old. Like
Right, but
Wrigley
see,
Field is classic. The Wings Event Center is old.
that's how I got into liking pro hockey ish, is because I liked looking at old arenas. I like going into old arenas. I like doing that kind of stuff. And to see it go, and I'm driving by this new glass plate pane uh, arena for multiple different sports, multi-purpose. There's going to be 2 floors to it. It's going to look like freaking the Huntington Arena. Dude, I'm going to hate that. I'm going to hate it. Not because I don't like the place around it. It's just, it won't have that old aesthetic. It'll be 1 years old, the new arena. So, who knows? The next time they move to a new arena, who knows? They may have sell the Kalamazoo Wings. So, I'll miss the Wings Event Center, but for sure, you bet your sweet butt, we will do one more Wings Event Center vlog. I can count on it.
Maybe. I
Maybe.
might go.
I can count on it. I will make one. If
It
Tyler can't,
is.
I'll make one.
I can say it is sad. Like it's like you said, Gary. A lot of people grew up going there and might have fallen in love with hockey there. So there's a lot of memories that go with it. I think I think overall it's going to be a great upgrade for not just the Kalamazoo Wings, not just Western, but the city of Kalamazoo in general. But obviously, like, you're gonna miss it. I mean, everybody misses something when it's gone. How many people? Could not be a lot. You could be the only one, but you still miss it. So it's definitely sad. I can understand how you feel.
Um, Now let's just go into the season review for this season. If I had to scale this season out of 1 out of 10, I would scale this out of a 7. I give props to the Kalamazoo Wings for fighting back. I can remember at the start of the season, I said this season's over. We were all the way at the bottom. All of a sudden, we went up. And we almost made the playoffs. I give props to that. It just sucks. It sucks. I don't get to wear this anymore this season. I don't.
Well, you can still wear
I
it.
can't. Well, I can, but what's the point? But it was an okay season. I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna be happy about it because we didn't make the playoffs. But you know what? What are you gonna do? I was gonna do an ECHL playoff bracket, but let's be honest here. I was only gonna do that if the Kalamazoo Wings made it,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
it didn't.
it's up to you if you want to cover the UCHL playoffs. I mean,
Probably the only thing I'll do is the Kelly Cup playoff or the championship game.
fair enough.
So, but that's it for me. And that will be it for the Kalamazoo Wings this season.
Our hockey talk is going to go way down this year, way down now, with just the NHL playoffs to cover, but we won't obviously do a ton of that stuff. It'll just be general updates here and there. So, kind of just shifting now fully in, well, NBA playoffs too, with the Pistons still going on, but mostly just baseball and NASCAR stuff now, finally. Which
and
is
a little
going,
bit of football.
a little bit of football here and there. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna obviously do a lot of that. We're gonna do some, of course, the NFL draft's coming up. We're gonna cover that, and we're gonna cover
No, we
some
won't.
other stuff. We do have some other like topics, like bigger topics planned. And now that the sports season is finally starting to slow down a little bit, again, we're just talking about pretty much the Pistons, Tigers, and NASCAR. So we'll definitely maybe cover some of those as we get into the warmer months here. But with that said, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Live, Laugh, Left podcast. Again, next week we will recap the events of Talladega for NASCAR. We'll update the NBA playoffs, including the Pistons. We'll update baseball stuff. Oh boy, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, Jake Rogers is pitching. Oh my god.
Is it that bad now?
Oh my, it's so score update for the Tigers. It is still 12-1. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Jake Rogers is pitching. Jake Rogers, our catcher, is pitching. What? What the fuck? Get a strikeout. He got a strikeout. Oh my goodness.
Our catcher got a strikeout.
Our catcher just threw a strikeout. What the fuck, dude? What are we doing? There was no spit on that ball at all, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? This is sad. Oh, he just got another out.
Tyler, end it.
He's got another out. Anyway, well, unless the Tigers miraculously come back, this game's over. We'll cover that next week too. But otherwise, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Live, Laugh, Laugh podcast. Stay tuned for the other much more amazing content from both me and Hitmaster, as always. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.